What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy GS, and we are back and better than ever. And today we have some Tennessee Titans gameplay going up against the Green Bay Packers. And this right here is definitely one hell of a game. You definitely don't want to miss anything. So sit down, grab your phone, your iPad, your computer, sit down, relax, and prepare for some biblicalness. So, just analyzing the matchup, the Packers are definitely one of the hardest to stop offenses in the game. I know I'm going to have trouble stopping Aaron Rodgers and the multiple weapons that he has. Not to mention, my defense isn't the best. But, I definitely just got to try my best and just force a couple of mistakes. But the main thing is stay consistent on offense. I know no matter what team I have, I'm going to have trouble stopping the Packers anyways. So that's not really the issue. The issue is, am I going to have success on offense against the Packers and just hope for a mistake or two and be able to capitalize on those. So, he scores fairly easy. Now I have the ball, and of course my main weapon, look at him going for two. That's a weenie move, trying to go with the problem fade. Thankfully we end up stopping that, because that play is not easy to stop. Offensively, we want to go to CJ2K, give the ball to Chris Johnson as much as possible, and hopefully allow him and his fast feet to bring us to a victory. Right here we go to the FL screen, and we try to make some moves, but Clay Matthews ends up bringing us down. Right here we're standing in the pocket, we reposition the drag to the streak, but we end up getting hit. Excuse me, as we throw 2nd and 10, we just take off with Locker, and we get 15 yards right there. Locker is definitely a good mobile quarterback to have, but I'm looking to throw as least as possible. Give the ball to Chris Johnson. Right here we end up going to another screen. Again, I just have to put the ball in his hands. If I'm going to win, he's going to have a big game. Try to go to the skin, and we don't get anything. 4th and 1, we decide to go for it. I feel confident I can get it, and he has a blown coverage, and wide open is Cook Jr. up top, and we end up hitting him in stride for a touchdown, and we end up taking the lead 7-6. So again, I really need to feel in the groove in the offense. Right now, I feel okay. Being held to 4th down definitely isn't a good feeling, but we were able to succeed. We were able to score, and that's all it is that we're looking for. Just score on offense and just hope for a mistake, because again, Packers are not easy to stop. Aaron Rodgers puts the ball on the money every single throw. Wherever it is you want to put it, he will put it there. And their receivers are great. They possibly have the best receiving core in the game. You talk about Cobb, Nelson, Jennings, I know I'm Finley. You also have drivers. There's just weapons everywhere, man. They look at read option. He breaks a tackle and scores the touchdown right there. And then he does end up converting the 2-point conversion right here. So he ends up going back up a full touchdown lead. So now we get the ball again, and same objective as always. Right there, I definitely messed that up. Just move the ball positively. Hopefully have no issues scoring. Give the ball to Chris Johnson. Run the ball, pass the ball effectively. Just give the ball to Chris Johnson as much as possible. Right here, we try to hit the outside, but that right there is a good one-on-one tackle right there by House. We try to go to the FL screen, but he stops it. So another 4th down, and this time we hit him with the skinny. I said we hit him with the skinny, though. Right there on 4th down, coming through. Another screen pass to Johnson, but he ends up dropping it again. Have a very, very tough matchup. He definitely knows what he's doing. He's a very good player, I can tell. And he has just a top-notch offense and a very good defense. Right there, he hits me with a double spy. Nobody's really open, so we end up just throwing it into coverage, and we end up throwing an interception, which hurts. So now he has the opportunity to go up not one but multiple possessions, and that right there is never a good situation being down, especially with the team that I have. Right here, he calls a screenplay, but he ends up throwing it to Nelson, and just look at the catch right there. Right there, I'm sorry, son, but don't test the user. He is so disrespectful. Somebody please give this man a link to my channel. Let him know if he throw the ball my way, I just may take it back for a pick 6. And that's exactly what happens. We now have another opportunity to stop him, and hopefully we gain the lead, or hopefully get our first lead of the game, I should say. And that right there was a huge play, huge swing of momentum, because that right there stopped him from going up 2 scores, which is definitely, huge. Definitely puts up my confidence, because again, stopping the Packers is not easy, which I know, especially with the defense that I have. But that pick 6 was huge. So all we're hoping for is just, a few more mistakes like that. Hopefully have him not stop us on offense, and we should be okay. He ends up scoring. He goes for 2, and he ends up getting it. So he's now 22-14. He now has an 8-point lead. I get ball at halftime, which is, you always got to keep that in mind. So depending on the clock, I'm going to try to score fast or try to kill the clock and retain the ball for the second half. So right there, drag reposition to the streak. We end up finding Washington. We make a good move and we pass midfield. Right here, we end up running the ball to Johnson, hit the outside, and again, just trying to get him in a groove, try to get him going. You know, the more successful I am running the ball, the easier it is going to be to pass the ball. Right here, just really quick outlet to Hawkins to get ourselves a first down, which is big. Right here, another outlet to Stevens, and he's leaving the drag somewhat open, the two wheels from the backside when I'm using the coach book, so I'm taking advantage of that. And go to a screenplay to Johnson, hit that outside, and have him utilize his speed. So as you guys see, whenever I'm dropping back, I'm looking to give the ball to Johnson because he is by far my most weapon. Then he gets injured. I hold my breath and I'm like, no, I need him. I cannot play this game without him. I have no chance without Johnson. But he does end up coming back into the game, thankfully, as we end up throwing the screen to Johnson. And right on cue, he breaks the tackle and gets the first down on that 3rd and 10, which was huge. If he got tackled, that would have been way short of that first down. But thankfully, he ends up coming through. And that right there was a huge first down. And only a couple seconds left, we were able to maintain this drive, kill the clock, score, you know, with little to no time left, which is huge in our favor because we get the ball back. So we are down 1. We decided to kick the PAT. We really don't feel like we need to force a 2-point conversion at this time. So right now we're feeling good. We get ball at halftime. So if we could stop him from scoring, you know, with only 10 seconds left, but hopefully we should be able to. You know, we're going to be okay. He ends up hitting me with the wheel route, and he ends up going out of bounds. But then he does end up throwing an interception to end the half. So second half is like, okay, I'm having trouble defensively, but I figured that was going to happen, you know, because the Packers are not easy to stop again. But I like what I'm doing offensively. I feel like as long as I make my right reads, stay consistent, stay calm, don't force any bad throws, I can score on him offensively. You know, he's not really doing anything. He's not sending heavy pressure. He's really not making me make quick decisions. So, you know, the second half, again, give the ball to Chris Johnson, try and run the ball, see if we can have any success with that. Right here, standing in the pocket, just go to the quick drag route right there to get us manageable 4th down. 4th and 1, this is huge. We decide to go to the wheel, but we don't get it. And this right here is definitely a bad feeling, knowing that I gave up the chance to get a lead for the first time in the game. And it's just frustrating to watch that happen. And then you know, the confidence goes down at that point. It's like, am I really going to be able to stop him? He has a really tough offense. The Packers are not easy to maintain. But right there, we get a huge stop right there on 3rd down. 4th and 12, we could really use this stop right here. We're trying to send some pressure. Aaron Rodgers standing in the pocket. He goes deep, and he doesn't get it. We play smart. We swat that down. It was holding anyway, so nonetheless, he wouldn't have been able to capitalize on that first down. So, of course, we decline, and we give ourselves the ball in pretty good territory. And we lose a handful of yards right there trying to run with Johnson. But you see, I'm not straying away from the run. I usually am a pass-heavy type of player, but when I have a team like the Titans, I want to give the ball to CJ2K as much as possible. Hit him with a huge out route with Britt right there, get ourselves within the red zone. And again, this is Chris Johnson territory. This is where he should be able to take advantage of his speed in such a small space. Hopefully be able to hit that outside, turn the corner, and be able to do something for me. We're standing, we go to the screen, but Hawkins was butt naked over on the outside wheel route, so we end up hitting him for a huge gain, getting really close to a first down, and a touchdown territory, and we end up scoring with Johnson, and we end up going for 2 to give ourselves back that 7-point lead. That's exactly what happened. So 29-22, and we're feeling great. Now our confidence is back up. Now we're feeling good. We put him in a position to score. We've stopped him twice so far, which is good. You know, definitely good for, you know, my confidence. And hopefully he's feeling a little worried that he's pretty much having trouble stopping the Titans. And, you know, hopefully the team difference. Because if I had the Packers and I'm struggling with the Titans, I'm like, come on, I shouldn't be losing with the Packers. Hopefully, you know, people play differently. Some people think differently, and hopefully that can cause some type of impact on this game. You never know. Right there, drop. It looked like it could have been an interception, but nonetheless, he stopped the completion. We sent some outside heat. We get a sack, so we got a chance for not one, but a multiple possession lead. And we go to Chris Johnson, and finally, he catches a seam, and we end up scoring a touchdown. And that right there was big. We go up 2 possessions on the Packers, and now our confidence is through the roof. We are up 14 points with the 4th quarter approaching. So now I already know I'm going to see a lot of spam, no huddle. You know, he's going to try and keep the ball, the clock winding down as little as possible. And then he starts running the ball. Notices I'm coming on heavy pass coverage, and he starts running the ball. And of course it starts working because I always play the pass heavily. I'm coming out in like cover 4, and he's running the ball and he's having success. But thankfully we get a stop right there after a couple of good runs. Force him to pass. We get a huge sack right there, and it makes it 3rd and forever. But unfortunately he stands in the pocket, and he ends up going to like a big comeback route, and he gets the first down. Good play call by him. He's able to get one more play off before the 3rd quarter ends, and it looks like he hits me with a post over the middle. And now the 4th quarter is here. We are up 14 points, and again, we are feeling very confident. Big sack right there to Abel. Another big 3rd down. And I play this so on. Look at me right here. Safety over the middle. I come back in, then I go back out, and I misplayed that horribly. Not thinking he was going to throw over the middle. Then he ends up going up top, but we end up swatting that down. He tried the fade route again, I believe, over there to Nelson, and we just end up swatting that down again. 3rd down, not even paying attention. He ends up calling a screen, but thankfully we ended up stopping that. Actually, this is the play I'm talking about. I wasn't paying attention. He put Jordy Nelson on the right side this time, and he goes to a fade route, and he ends up converting. He had trouble with the fade on the left side, so smartly he ends up putting him on the right side, and he ends up coming through. He kicks a PAT and makes it a 7-point game. He goes for an onside kick, but we end up recovering. So right now, all we need, a couple first downs, kill the clock, we should be okay. Trying to run the ball, and we get stuffed like a turkey on Thanksgiving Day. Try to FL screen, and we don't get anything. We only get 3 yards. Big 3rd and 7 right here. We really need this conversion, and he ends up sending a huge just blitz up the middle. 4th and 16 now. We decide to go for it, and oh my goodness! Did you see how wide open it hit him right in the chest? He didn't even make a play on the ball. Like, he didn't even make a play on the ball, and my jaw dropped, and I was so angered, so upset that you guys use a word like angered. He goes for the PAT. It's now a tie ball game. We have the ball last. We feel very confident that we should be able to move the ball down the field and score. That first down that I should have had and a 4th down would have ended the game. Unfortunately, he just didn't even react to the throw. But you know, that's not even a factor now. It's a tie game. A field goal wins this game. We got to play smart. Got to make the right decision. Big run by CJ, breaking tackles, getting the first down, getting us really close to midfield. Another run right here by CJ, and he doesn't get anything. He actually gets a big hit. 2nd and 12. We go for the FL screen. Give me some blocks. Give me some blocks. And we get a manageable 3rd down right here. 3rd and 5. Right here, we're standing in the pocket. We're looking, and look at the wheel route being butt naked on the right side. He had trouble defending that the entire game. So, of course, I'm looking for that. Right here, we hit him with the skinny. I said we hit him with the skinny. But we do the smart thing. We just fall down. And he only had 1 timeout, but I play it wrong. Like, no timeouts left. I just don't do any good play calling decisions. I decided to kick a field goal here at 3rd down, but then he ended up going off sides and stopped the clock. So I called the play, and I was just unable to keep the clock going. I don't know what happened, but nonetheless, man, I screwed up the time and gave him enough time to, you know, have a couple of plays left. But thankfully, he ends up just throwing an interception. We end up coming through with the victory, winning the game. And that right there was such a huge win coming through. Chris Johnson came through when he needed to, but the Titans defense played spectacular. You know, even though it doesn't look like it on the scoreboard, they came through when they needed to, make big plays for me. Stopping the Packers again is not easy. And that right there was just a huge, huge victory. And we get 17 points. I'm sorry, son, you dropped 17 points. Actually, you dropped 18. Let me scoop 17 of them up. And right now, you know, we check out his record. He's a level 13, so he was a level 14 as the game went on, but because of the loss, he went down a skill level, and I believe that one puts us up a skill level. So, you know, very good opponent. We win against a very good team, and, you know, playing smart, making the right decisions, being calm when we needed to, and we end up getting the victory. So that's the end of the game, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed. As always, it is your boy GS, and we are out. Peace. Give it to